So do you have a hatred for people in charge of your favorite franchises? What's the most rational way to go about it? Harassing and impersonating, of course. So let's talk about the news that we recently found out. There's been a scam artist who, let's just say, isn't too keen on women in high power in Hollywood, I guess. So Amy Pascal and Kathleen Kennedy, respectively, were the chosen targets. So what exactly am I talking about? Well, these two women are, of course, in charge of two of the biggest franchises in the world. Amy Pascal is in charge of Spider-Man and that whole universe they're building, let's say. And then, of course, you have Kathleen Kennedy, who's in charge of Star Wars, who, if you guys haven't noticed, has been under a lot of attacks since The Last Jedi, and actually pretty much since she got that position. But, you know, it's just been amplified in the last couple months to the extreme. So what we recently found out was that there was an impersonator going around Hollywood contacting people in their name, pretending to be those two, getting on interviews and shows, charging a lot of money, and then talking in a very negative light, saying things that could get both of these ladies fired if it was actually them. Sometimes silence just speaks more than actually saying anything. I really don't know what to say. So, imagine... How do I put this? Here's a good example. I don't particularly love the new Jurassic World movie. I like it, but I think it has problems. As do most films. I just think that one had more than most. But what you don't see me doing is going out there pretending to be Colin Trevorrow, who, you know, wrote the movie. Or anything of that sort. Or attacking him, or anything like that. It's really interesting how some fans, and I use that term loosely, fans, right? I use that very loosely, have become quite possibly the worst example of what the internet has enabled in this day and age. It's just kind of mind-boggling. Now, imagine scamming people, websites, and professional outlets for thousands of dollars to set up interviews with professionals, and then saying terrible things that, imagine if they didn't fact-check that and they ran that story. Imagine how much trouble there would be.